What up, big time gang? Welcome back to another Time Big Time video, and once again another battery change. This one here is the Combat Edition Jason Taylor Chaos, and it's dead. Over here at the 3 o'clock, it should be ticking, and it is. That is weird. So it's hit or miss. This piece is the battery is dying. It stops and it starts. So I did not expect to see that ticking because, as you can tell, it's on Wednesday. Today is Friday. It hasn't been running, and I was gonna wear it the other day and I realized it was dead. So we're gonna do the battery change. Even though it is ticking, it needs to be replaced. So if you're interested in that, please stay tuned. Alright, so first things first, loosen the crown. You don't want the crown tight. Take a chance of bending the stem more easily. And now we're going to take out the micro adjustment here, that pin, to get the bracelet to completely get out of the way when we're doing the battery change. Now, if you watched my videos before, this is kind of redundant, but there's always going to be somebody new watching the video for the first time today, and I don't want them to miss any steps. So if you're tired of hearing it, I'm sorry, but every video is going to be the same because not everybody's going to be a subscriber and seen 10 of my videos, or over 500 that I've posted. So I'm using this case back remover. Stick it in the notches as so, and turn left. Remove the case back, and now we have access to the battery. And now you can see there's a battery cover, and there's one screw we need to remove to get to the actual battery itself, and that is that screw right there, and that's the battery cover there over that battery. So this is a RONDA Z60 movement, so this should be a RENATA 395 battery size, and we will find out here together shortly, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. I'm using a 0.5 millimeter tip screwdriver. You can use a 0.6. I believe that works just as fine. So we've got a battery in here that did not belong to this watch originally. So this battery has been changed, and I'll show you how I know that. This should come with a RENATA 395, and this is a Sony. So that 927SW is a 395 battery, and how I know that is, come on, focus, right there. SR927SW 395. We're going to use a RENATA because I put the Swiss made batteries back in the Swiss movements. That's my thing. It doesn't have to be any battery that'll fit, will work. As long as it's a 395 SR927SW, it will work just fine. But these batteries, or these movements, come with the RENATA 395 in them, and I believe you should put back in exactly what you took out. So that's what I'm doing now. Plop it back in, like so. Now, getting the screw and the battery cover back on is always tricky. Battery cover is back on, and now we're going to grab the screw and get that to go back into that hole. There we go. Now we're going to attempt to get the battery cover back on without losing the screw. And we are going to gently guide the screw back into the hole. Like so. And now it is back in. New battery is in place. And you can see the smudges from like fingerprints, which I'm wearing gloves, so obviously I did not touch this the internals myself. So I got this watch used on a trade maybe about a year ago, and so obviously whoever owned this watch before me switched the battery themselves or had a jeweler do it, and they put a Sony battery in it instead of a RENATA, which isn't a big deal, but I stick with what belongs. So okay, case back is back on. That's simple. Now we're going to put the micro adjustment pin back in, and then I will also show you how to set the date and the month, day of the week, because that's very important as well. It's getting your Z60 set back. I have a lot of questions on this quite often because this is not a quick set. The Z60 has to be set with patience. And what I mean by that is you have to go through the 24-hour cycles. There's no other way to do it. So it becomes a little redundant because you have to continue to rotate through the 24-hour cycles to get to the day of the week desired. So right now we're on Wednesday. See that there? Now we want to get to Friday because that's what today is. So we are going to turn it clockwise, the crown that is, and now we're already on Thursday. So now we're going to Friday. So continue to rotate. Now we hit the 12 noon spot. We're going around. We're in the PM setting now, so now we're crossing 6 p.m. And now we're going to flip over to Friday here at midnight. And there we go. Now we're on Friday. So now I want to go through a complete 12-hour cycle once again because it is past noon. So here we go. 12 o'clock. And we are currently at 12:45. So 12:45, and then now we're going to set the date, push it all the way back in, pull it out one, and then oops, pull it out one and rotate clockwise once again, and the date is the 18th. And there we are. So now we're set properly. Friday, June 18th, 12:45 p.m. And screw back down the crown. So it's that simple. This is a beautiful watch. I love this watch. This had a chip in the crystal. I sent this one to MG. He replaced the crystal for me. So I've since learned how to do it myself. But MG didn't charge me much to do it, so I think it's almost a better bet to ship it to him. But I will attempt to do a crystal change here on a watch when I get one that has a chip in it. I will attempt it and see how I do. Worst case scenario, I'll have to send it off and get it fixed. But I like, new endeavors and trying new things. And so that's one thing I have never done before. I've talked to a couple collectors like Rainier that does it himself and says it's a piece of cake. So I'm sure I probably can do it. I have a press to put the crystal back in. So getting the crystal out has always been my concern. But I was told just take the movement out and tap it, from one direction, from the inside out, holding the case in your hand, and it'll work. So I will attempt that. because the old crystal doesn't really matter. It's a new crystal that matters. So anyway, beautiful watch. Battery change is done. This is a RONDA Z60 once again, and I put in a RENATA 395, which is here. The battery that came out of it was not the original battery, and that battery is here, and this is a Sony SR927SW, and now it has the proper RENATA inside of it, and hopefully it continues to work, because like I said in the beginning of this video, this watch was not ticking when I went to wear it, and then when I went to shoot this video, of course it's working, because it's just like when you take your car to a mechanic and the car is making this weird noise when you're driving it over there. As soon as you get there, that noise is gone, and now you look like a weirdo trying to explain what's going on with your car when it's not doing anything wrong. So that's kind of the way this video worked out, but I switched it anyways because I knew something was wrong with it. If it was ticking constantly, it would have been on Friday. It would not have been set to Wednesday. So I know there was an issue, and hopefully the battery is an issue and it's not a movement issue. So if there is a movement issue, I will update you in a later video. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Have a great day. And as always, God bless.